Hi friends, the practice today is to help you find some ease after a long night. Also, if you feel depleted and you feel your energy are super drained and super low, this practice is for you. We are gonna need either one block or even better, a roll blanket or a roll towel. You're gonna use it to support your head and make yourself a little bit more at ease so that you can gather the energy back into the body. I'll see you onto the mat. So we're gonna start on the floor, laying down, using your roll towel underneath the head to support your head or a block, whatever you have. And then if you like, the legs can be all the way long, or if you prefer, keep the feet bent. And just for a moment, allow yourself to find your breath. Completely relax onto the floor that is supporting you with any legs or arm variation that feels good. Taking a moment to just relax and notice where the breath is. Bringing the mind onto the breath as it moves in and out of the body. And then notice how the body feels. If there is any area of discomfort or tension, just acknowledge, but then shift the mind in an area of the body that feels good, open and spacey and relaxed. And from here, let's take a full inhale in through the nose, filling lungs to the top. And exhale, let the breath go through the mouth, out the nose, whatever feels more pleasant. Inhaling through the nose, feeling the lungs all the way to the top. Exhale, let the breath fully go out of the body, all the way out, 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 out. And then with the next inhale, reach the arms overhead and lengthen the legs all the way forward. If you like, interlace the hands, pressing the palms like there is an imaginary wall in the back of you. Pointing and flexing into the ankle, into the toes a few times. Breathe in here. Stay with your breath. And then hugging the knees into the chest, squeezing both knees into the chest. If you like, you can add a little rock side to side. And notice the contact of the thigh closer to the chest, creating kind of a massage in the internal organs. Breathe here. And spreading the arms wide all the way with the palm facing up to the ceiling. On your next exhale, let both knees fall to the right side, creating a twist. If it feels good, the head turn to the left. Allow yourself to be in this twist, feeling the internal organs getting squeezed, detoxify, cleanse, and breathe in the space. With each inhale, feel the length of the spine. And with each exhale, relax a little deeper into the twist. Then bringing the knees back into the chest, both of them. With the next exhale, let both knees fall to the opposite side, turning the head to gaze at the right fingers if that feels good. Breathe in here. Feeling that gentle squeeze and cleansing action into the internal organs. With each inhale, finding the length into the spine, and with each exhale, relaxing a little deeper into the twist. And then coming back to center with both knees into the chest. Keep the right knee hugging to the chest and lengthen the left leg all the way long. Breathe in here, squeezing the right knee in. Stay in here, relaxing the shoulder, relaxing the back of the head. And finding your breath. Moving to the opposite side, the left knee comes into the chest, the right leg lengthen all the way forward. Squeeze it in. Relaxing the shoulder, relaxing the back of the head. Find your breath. And then bring one more time both knees into the chest, creating some circle with the knees this time. The knees can go in the same direction, or they can create circle one in the opposite direction of the other. And then reverse in the direction of the circles. And then placing the sole of the feet down onto the mat, hip distance apart, removing the support of the head, the arms along the side of the body. With the next inhale, press the sole of the feet, squeeze the glute together, reach the hips all the way up for a bridge pose. And exhale, come back down, the tailbone back down onto the mat. Inhaling, squeezing the glutes, lift the hips, finding a bridge pose. Exhaling, releasing back down. And for the next 5 breaths, you can choose to move up with the inhale and down with the exhale, or you can choose to pause all the way with the hips up in bridge pose. Notice what feels good and find inner movement or stillness. Keep breathing wherever you're at. 3 more breaths. And last breath here. Allow yourself to gently come down onto the mat. As you bring the knees into the chest, grab behind the thigh, and we're gonna rock up and down the length of the spine, keeping the knees and the forehead a little closer together so the chin stay tucked in, breathing in and out, and rolling up and down the spine. When you feel complete, come all the way forward. We're gonna find a tabletop position onto hands and knees. And from here, with the next inhale, round the chin into the chest, tailbone down, the spine is all round. Exhale, tailbone lift, arch the spine, look forward and up. Inhale, tailbone down, round the spine, chin to chest. Exhale, lift the tailbone, arch the spine, look forward and up. Continue following your own breath in between the rounding of the spine and the extension forward of the spine. Feeling each vertebra moving between flexion and extension. Starting to free the spine from the stagnation of the night, adding a little movement in the body to promote circulation. Breathe here, one more round. And then pause in center, and let's start to make circle with the hips and the shoulder. They can be as big or as small as it feels comfortable, as fast or as slow. Find your own rhythm. And then let's move into the opposite direction. And when you feel complete, we're gonna pause in center. We're gonna step the right foot in between the hands. And from here, we're gonna bring the hands so they can stay on the hips or onto the heart or all the way up. So 3 options to choose from. Find whatever feels comfortable. Breathe here, finding openness and space in the hips. And then the hands come down to frame the foot, and the right arm reach all the way up. You can keep the back knee onto the floor, or you can duck the back toes and lift the back knee off the mat if you prefer. Stay in this twist. Try to lengthen the spine as you twist, creating that cleansing action onto the internal organs. 1 more breath. And then the hand come down. We're gonna bring the right foot back and step the left foot in between the hands. Again, the hands can come up on the hips, onto the heart, or all the way up, whatever feels better on this side. Breathing into the space. One more breath here. And then the hands come down, and the left fingertip come all the way up, adding a twist to the left side. Back knee can stay onto the mat, or the back toes can tuck and the back knee can lengthen. Breathe in here, feeling the crown of the head lifting forward through the front of the mat. And stay in this twist one more breath, cleansing all the internal organs. And then the hands come down, both feet come together. We're gonna come for a moment to sit onto our heels. Pausing here with a tall spine. And from here, let's take a full inhale in through the nose, feeling lungs to the top. Open the mouth, exhale, let the breath go. One more time, full inhale in through the nose, feeling lungs to the top. Open the mouth, exhale, let the breath go. And then we're gonna come into a standing position. So all the way up to standing. And we wanna let the blood flow, start to flow a little more with some hip circle. So hands onto the hips. We're gonna start with the right leg. We're gonna start to make some circle with the leg. Soft bending to the opposite knee, circle as big or as small, let it flow. And then let's reverse the direction of the circles. Moving on to the opposite leg, starting in one direction, creating some circle into the hips, and then into the opposite direction. And pause it back down, feet hip distance apart. With the next inhale, we're gonna sit low into a chair. Pause here just for a breath, sitting low, start to feel the belly a little squeezing into the spine. And then with the next inhale, come to standing, exhaling, cactus the arms. Adding a little bit of a flow. With the inhale, we pass through chair pose. The arms go down, forward, all the way up to standing. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhaling, moving through chair pose, swinging the arms down all the way up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Continue at your own pace, finding a little bit of movement, of flow, making it almost like a dance. And finding that coordination between your breath and your movement. And then pause, interlacing the hand behind the back. You can grab the opposite wrist, you can grab interlacing the hands together, press them down, open the chest. For a moment, connecting onto your feet. The legs are strong, glutes slightly engaged, squeezing together. Let's take a full inhale in through the nose, feeling lungs to the top. And then exhale, let the breath go. Relaxing into the hands. Now we're gonna move, add a twist to that chair pose. So we're gonna find chair. And then with the next exhale, the right arm open back, look all the way back. Inhaling back to center, either in chair or all the way up to standing. Exhaling through chair pose, open the left arm and look back. Inhaling through center. Exhaling, chair pose, twisting to the right. Inhaling through center. Exhaling, chair pose, twist to the left. Continue at your own time, and again, make it like a dance. Let everything flow. We want to create a detoxifying action into the body. So we're going to stimulate the blood circulation, make everything smooth. Finding your breath as you move in and out of the different positions. One more time on each side, finding balance in between each side. And then coming back to center, lengthening. And then adding, imagine you're climbing a rope. So lengthening one side and then the opposite side. Reaching, pulling yourself all the way up, creating space in the body. Keeping the arms both all the way up, reach, lengthen, inhale in here. And with the exhale, let the arms go, let the breath go. And then from here, we want to shake this toxin out of the body. So we are literally gonna shake. So start with the feet, shaking one leg. Shaking the other leg. Imagine you're a dog that is, just peed and it's just shaking. Shaking into the hips. Imagine you're Shakira now. Show me those hips. And then shaking into the arms and the shoulders. And then shaking the whole body, whichever way the body wants to go. This shaking all the toxin that we don't want to keep. Continue shaking for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then pause. Fully inhaling through the nose, feeling lungs to the top. Open the mouth, exhale, let the breath go. And now bringing the feet hip distance apart or even wider. We're gonna squat down into Malasana squat. Sometimes the heels come off, that's okay. If you can keep the heels down, that's great. Keeping the hands onto the mat, we're gonna bring them either to the heart, to the mat, or you can use the elbow onto the knees if you like. Try to find a spine that is upright. Breathe here. This stimulates the downward movement of everything basically, so the expulsion out of the body of all the toxins. Stay here, one more breath. And then the right hand come down and the left arm open, adding a twist. And then we're gonna move to the opposite side, opposite hand down, and then open in the opposite arm. Continue side to side a few times, finding your own breath. Noticing again that gentle squeeze and compression that we create in the internal organs, and especially this detoxifying into the livers. Let's do it one more time on each side. When you are complete, we're pausing in center, and then as gently as you can, finding a seated position, lengthening both legs forward. We're gonna inhale, reaching the arms up, and with the exhale, we're gonna fold forward. Reaching for the legs, or you can keep the knees bent if that's more pleasant, interlacing the arms underneath, and creating that contact of the belly with the upper thigh. So choosing whatever feels better, leg straight or leg bent. Breathe here. Focusing on the movement of the belly with the breath. Notice with the inhale, the belly push against the thighs. With the exhale, the belly moves away from the thighs. So notice that kind of gentle rhythm, massaging the digestive system through the breath as we move the belly in and out of the upper thigh. And then gently come back up with a tall spine. The right knee comes into the chest. Right hand behind you. Grabbing the front knee, inhale for lengthening the spine, and exhale, twist into the right side. You can keep hugging the front knee, or you can thread the left arm through. What's important here is to keep the spine long. So with each inhale, feel the length of the spine from the tailbone to the crown. And with each exhale, twist a little deeper, breathing into this twist. Focusing on the twist starting from the very bottom of the spine so that we can actually purify all the internal organs. Breathe here. And then gently coming back to center, switching the legs. The left knee comes into the chest, left hand behind, hugging front knee. Inhaling for lengthening the spine, and exhale, twisting to the left, either hugging the knee or threading the arm through. Whatever you choose to be, breathe and try to find a tall spine. Feeling that twist starting from the very bottom of the spine. Feeling the gentle squeeze of all the internal organs. Find your breath. And slowly coming back to center. From here, we're gonna spread the legs wide, any amount that feels good. Tilt the pelvis forward, and then start to walk your fingers forward any amount. Creating length into the spine, so the goal is not to go as far down as you can, but kind of create that length into the spine. Breathing into the space, find your breath. 2 more breaths here. And then gently walk yourself back up, bringing the knees back together. We are gonna come into a child pose. The knees can be together or can be wider apart. And you can have the block or the towel here. So place the block or the towel in front of you and rest the forehead on the block. So there is a little bit of space in between the head and the floor, and the head feels more supported. And allow yourself to rest here, feeling that contact of the forehead onto the towel, onto the support, breathing in the space. And again, maybe focusing on the gentle movement of the belly into the thigh with each inhale, and the belly moving away from the thigh with the exhale. Creating that soothing self-massage through the breath. 2 more breaths here. And then slowly coming back up. And from here, we're gonna move into a seated position. We are gonna bring the hands in front of us as the knees are bent. And then very slowly start to lower down onto the mat. Slowly, 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 very slowly, lowering down, lowering down, lowering down. When you arrive that only the chest and the head are away from the mat, pause there. Squeezing the abdominal muscle, the belly move into the spine. Breathe here, pause there. We're activating our digestive fire. Stay with the breath. And then let it go down onto the mat, hugging the knees into the chest. You can use the block or the towel to support the head again, if that feels good. We're gonna move into a happy baby, grabbing the outer edge of the feet, the ankle, or the back of the thigh, whatever feels better. You can stay still in center, or you can add a little rock side to side if that's okay. Whatever feels better, stillness or movement. Listen to what you need. And then coming back to center, bringing both knee in. So now I'm gonna give you option. The first option is to just lift the leg all the way up to the ceiling, pause in there. This reverse the blood flow, activate the circulation. Otherwise, you can remove the support from the head and move into a full shoulder stand. To do that, first bring the knees closer to the head, support your hips with the hands, and then lengthen the legs up. We're gonna keep an angle, so the legs don't go all the way vertical, but they stay at an angle, so we have an angle between the legs and the torso intentionally. Breathe in here. Staying with your breath, either if your legs are up or if you have this shoulder stand with an angle, which is actually a body mudra. Breathe wherever you're at. Stay with your breath. One more breath here. And then slowly release the tailbone down onto the mat if it's not there already. If you have the legs up to the wall, squeeze them into the chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. And then placing the sole of the feet onto the mat when you're coming back to center. The arms can relax by the side. Let the knees windshield wipers right and left. And try to move with your breath. With the inhale, you stay in center with the knees bent. With the exhale, the knees fall onto one side. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling, falling to the opposite side. Continue a few times. This also stimulates the digestive fire to process whatever is in our body. And when you're complete, come back to center. Hug the knees into the chest one more time. As you have framed your knees, with the next inhale, lift your head so the forehead comes closer to the knees and you squeeze yourself into a thigh ball. Stay there, staying with your breath. Feeling the squeeze and cleanse of all the internal organs. Breathe here. And when you are complete, gently and slowly let your body open up all the way onto the mat, supporting your head however it feels comfortable. Allow yourself to relax onto the floor. Any legs variation, any arm variation that feels good. Integrating the practice in this moment of stillness. Notice how the body feels. Bring awareness onto that contact of the back body onto the floor. Noticing the part of the back body that are touching the floor, like the back of the heels, the calves, the glutes, the upper back, the back of the arms and the ends, the shoulders, the back of the head. And allow yourself to relax and onto the support with nothing else to do for the next few breaths. And if the mind wanders, just bring it back onto the breath. Notice the flow of air that moves naturally in and out of the body, bringing in oxygen to purify the body with each inhale. And with each exhale, we let go of what no longer serves us. And then start to reinvite with the next inhale some movement into the fingers, the toes. If it feels good, reach in the arms overhead, giving yourself a gentle stretch with a whole new awareness and space in the breath and in the body. And when you're ready, bend the knees and roll onto a fetal position of choice. The towel may support your head or you can use your own hands. Pause here, there is no rush to get up. Taking this moment as a moment to recharge and get some more energy. And when you're ready, gently pressing yourself into a seated position, finding a seated position of choice. Arrive there with a tall spine and just for a moment become aware of the breath. With the inhale, feel the breath rising all the way up to the crown. And with the exhale, the breath move down, down, down to the tailbone. Inhaling the breath up, up to the crown. Exhaling the breath down, down to the tailbone. Do that 2 more times at your own pace, spreading the breath in every corner of the body. With the next inhale, all the breath all the way up to the top. And as you exhale, let go and give me a sound. Ah. One more, let it all go. Inhaling, inhaling, inhaling. Exhaling with a sound, make fun of yourself and just use your voice. Ah. And namaste.